All right. It's Friday. Let's sit at our desks with our lunch. I've got mine. Let's talk about selling your house, preparing to sell. It's story time. I was just texting with a team member this morning, and they were saying that they're representing the buyer and they haven't heard from the other side, and they don't know if the septic is done. They don't know if the well water test is done. They haven't heard if the survey's done. They don't know about the title work. They haven't heard if anything's done, and it's been a month into this contract. If you're getting ready to sell, there are 3 or 4 things that I want you to do, and I will continue to say this and talk about this until I'm blue in the face, or pink, my favorite color. Because there are a lot of moving parts to selling your home, to the whole real estate transaction. I will always tell you this: 4 things. There are less if you're connected to public water and sewer. 1, get a home inspection. I know some people are worried. They're like, oh my gosh, what if it's gonna find something? It doesn't matter. It's just, you're finding out about your house. It doesn't matter if it finds anything. It doesn't matter if it finds nothing. You're getting information. You're laying it all out on the table. Literally, you're putting the report on the table for the buyer and managing everybody's expectations. You're saying, look, I'm not hiding anything from you, buyer. Here it is, buy my house. You've got all the information. Now you can make the decision. This makes it easier for the buyer to say yes to the property and to say yes at your price if you've priced it appropriately for the market, for the condition, for the amenities. That's the goal, to get the buyer to say yes to your property and to say yes at your price. 99.9% of the time, the buyer will waive that condition to the contract. They'll take out the home inspection contingency in the contract. That means you will move towards closing faster. You don't spend 2 weeks off the market while that buyer is conducting their own home inspection, and then you're not standing on eggshells for 2 weeks wondering what the buyer is going to find, what they're going to come back to you with, asking if you to fix something, if they're going to ask you for $10,000 off the price or $20,000. That's all off the table now. 2, get your well water tested for the basic potability test. Have that report available to the buyers, and in your contract, have them accept the current well water potability test. Get your septic pumped and certified. Have the buyers accept that current pump and certification. That is good for 3 months, and sometimes you can get an extension. Provide all of that to the buyer, and if you want to take it a step further, get a survey done. Have the buyer accept that current survey with an affidavit of no change in the contract. Once you negotiate that contract, you do have to get your abstract to the attorney, but all you have to do then is sit back and wait for the attorneys to do their job. You've given everything, and you've gotten all the documents that you need. You've given everything to the attorney, and now you just sit back and wait. That is my lunchtime lore today for Friday. Now get back to work.